Well, thanks for inviting me to talk about San Antonio and things that I find are great there as a native of San Antonio. One thing I thought we'd talk about first is a neighborhood that's just off the beaten track. If you go to downtown San Antonio, you think of the Alamo or you think of the Riverwalk, and those are the cheesy things that tourists like to do. But locals go to a place just south of the Alamo on South Alamo called Southtown. And Southtown is basically like the South Congress of San Antonio. There's art galleries and food. It's a historic neighborhood that's right along the river as well. So you can go kayaking, you can go paddle boarding. There's 3 great restaurants down there that I highly recommend. One is Tito's, which has the world famous puffy tacos, which is a San Antonio specialty of a taco shell being put in the fryer, but not quite getting crispy. And so they actually get puffy and bubbly, and they're delicious. And Tito's is the best place in town to get them. And then there's a place across the street called Hot Joy, which is Chinese-Mexican fusion, which may sound interesting, but it is delicious. And then there's also a place called Frank's, which is a hot dog place, hot dogs of all kinds, which is bratwurst, and San Antonio is a German town, so there's a lot of German influence there. But Frank's is cool because it's actually a restaurant inside an old church that they've decommissioned and turned into a restaurant. And so, no surprise, I find that pretty interesting. The best thing to do in Southtown is to rent a bike and just go along the river and be able to go into the different restaurants and coffee shops and houses that are down there. Most of the houses are homes that have been in San Antonio built in the early 1900s or earlier. And you can actually go in and talk to neighbors and walk around and get to see the entire thing. And there's a big arts complex at the end of Southtown called the Blue Star Art Complex. And it's peppered with different galleries, with different experiments, and you can actually go down there and make your own art. Everything from glass blowing to oil painting to designing your own bicycle. So Southtown is my favorite place to go in San Antonio and somewhere I go regularly.